What, you mean the one that is called Mason?
Yeah.
Not a huge leap of logic on that one, is there?
Well, like I could tell right away from the car because the hair color and the haircut.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Justin, and we are here with another episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, starting up Season 2. First up, though, we have a comment, Alex V9 from the Patreon, to the movie. However, first line of the comment here is, this is not relevant to the reaction, so maybe it doesn't matter that it's from the movie. But after confirming that my knowledge is correct about Sukuna's fingers, this is how it works. Because Sukuna is a human sorcerer transformed into a cursed object, he needs a human body to incarnate. If the one who consumes a finger is an ordinary person, they have a 1% chance of surviving due to the cursed power it emits/contains. But if the one who consumes it is a considerably stronger sorcerer, they will have a 50% chance of surviving, since the sorcerers have a natural resistance to curses. In the case that a cursed spirit consumes a finger, Sukuna will not be able to incarnate in them, since he is human. Cursed spirits only increase their power by adding the cursed energy of the fingers to their own. If a cursed spirit has a high degree of consciousness and self-awareness, such as the disaster curses, it will remain the same, but if it lacks this, it will become a finger bearer. Now, in the case that two different people consume one of Sukuna's fingers and both survive, Sukuna's consciousness will be only one and will act as a hive mind. One more thing to add is that if an extraordinary powerful sorcerer consumes a single finger, he will be able to suppress Sukuna's consciousness. Although the more fingers he consumes, the more difficult this action will be to maintain, ultimately losing to Sukuna. Yuji is an exceptional case because despite not being a powerful sorcerer, he can easily suppress Sukuna. The reason is a mystery that will soon be revealed. Thanks for reading. Have a nice day.
Hell yeah. I would also like to say that I am a mystery that will soon be revealed. I don't know.
That didn't make any sense.
I
Also,
know.
it's not a really good promise. What's the
I
benefit of being revealed?
don't know. I don't think that far ahead.
Right. I'm just saying, keep something a mystery.
All right. But no, that is some good clarification because I think that's the page that we were on, but that clarifies with the cursed spirit side of it as well.
Do we do a recap for the movie?
My vote is no.
Well, I mean,
My vote
the thing
is
is that the movie took place before season 1. So, essentially, we wouldn't be recapping anything that pertains to the timeline that we're on.
That's why I say no.
Okay. Well, I've got the board over here.
Hell yeah. Hold on. I'll do an almost recap of the movie. Check it out. We have a reaction. It's on the Patreon. It's a great time. We get introduced to some stuff that happened way before. Might matter in the future, but doesn't super affect up season 1.
Technically, that was a recap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you were going to almost do a recap. If you almost
Yeah,
do
but
it,
I
then
didn't
you
give.
wouldn't have done anything.
I didn't really give details.
The difference between a near miss and a near hit. A near hit is a miss. A near miss is a hit.
Mhm.
If you were almost going to do a recap, you shouldn't have done anything at all.
No, because I did an almost recap.
No, you recapped. You did a bad recap, but you did a recap. So you didn't almost do it, you did it.
And that bad recap is all we're getting.
Anyway, people from the movie are here. Obviously, your cursor's near some of them. and now it's not.
It's true. Yeah, no, there was a lot of cool people.
I said your cursor was. There was no reason to go to where my cursor was.
I wasn't paying attention to where my cursor was.
Warmer? Colder? There
So
you
these
go.
guys up here. Yeah.
Yeah, so Ghetto's crew.
Indeed. Which I'm sure that's the last time we'll ever see him, right?
I mean, we saw Miguel here at the end of the movie. That's why he's got a green line to Ghetto, but he's also got this green line over here to Yuji. I don't know what his thought process is about Ghetto at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I can get rid of that green line or not. But the fact is he's hanging out with Yuji and... Sorry,
You mean Yuta?
Yuta. Yeah, sorry, Y names. In South America, I want to say.
Somewhere else. I got more of like an Indian vibe, but...
I don't know why that. Miguel doesn't seem like he's from India.
He doesn't have to be from there to be hanging out there.
I'm pretty sure Miguel was like, this is like stuff from my home country in the end of the movie.
He was. No, he said it was like stuff from his home country, I think. Either way.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
Yuta also, of course, tied down to the 3 from Jujutsu High. So I got that line down here. And of course, this guy, Etsuya, who I barely remember, but the fact was that he was in the movie.
Yep.
Another dude from Kyoto. And I think that might be it. Yeah. Everyone else appears to be from the show.
Agreed.
Scrolling out. There we go. All right. Well, anything to bring up before we get into this?
No. Let's just get into it.
All right. Let's go ahead and hop on in.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
その夏は忙しかった。昨年頻発した
災
害の影響もあったのだろう。宇治のように樹齢が湧いた。
I honestly forgot how season 2 started.
Character we've not spent time with?
I literally did a mouse over to say, oh, am I watching the right episode?
Also looks like we might have got a budget upgrade for the animation.
払う、取り込む、その繰り返し。払う、取り込む。みんなは知らない。樹齢の味。
Oh, sorry, now I remember.
吐砂物を処理した雑巾も丸飲みしているような。
Don't do that.
払う。
No, that doesn't.
取り込む。私が見たものは何も珍しくない。周知の集約。
Okay, not a new character.
知った上で私は術師として人々を救う選択をしてきたは
Well,
ず。
who is it then?
It looks like it's very similar to Bloodbender. Not Bloodbender guy, but guy who uses curses.
もともとは地元で焼肉チェーン店を展開する運営会社の社長一家が住んでいたそうです。しかし昨年の7月、例の BSE 問題で焼肉店が壊滅的な打撃を受けたことから多額の借金を苦にして一家心中。以来社長宅は
Whatever he's doing is very similar to what Ghetto does, but it doesn't look the same.
So I've just been thrown by the fact that you called Ghetto a bloodbender. The weird
No.
Avatar reference in the middle of that Jujutsu Kaisen watch.
被害が拡大していったんでしょうね。
心霊スポットの類はとかく噂が広まるのが
Geto is not a bloodbender, but
特に最近
No,
は
I know. It's just
イン
we've
ターネ
never
ット
talked
によ
about
って信
Avatar
じられ
before,
ない
so
くらいのスポッ
suddenly
トで広まってい
bringing
る
in bloodbending.
結果私たち呪術師の出番も増加傾向にあるわけさ。
それ以外にも学校帰りに行方不明になった小学生3人、その親族、警官、その同僚、友人と行方不明者をたどるとあの洋館に行き着き被害に遭っている可能性があります。一刻も早く元を立たなきゃですね。
総監部もそう判断したから私に調査を依頼したんだよ。決して安くない
Many
ギ
have
ャ
gone
ランティーを
missing.
払ってね。
indeed.
また吹っかけたんですか？
It seems there's some shenanigans afoot.
交渉したと言ってくれ。
着きました。
じゃ、行こうか。
闇より出て闇より黒く、その汚れを。
帳は必要ないよ。
え？
呪いの気配が感じられない。十中八九、原因は建物の中にある。外から叩くとなった時に。
You recognize any of these characters?
Yep.
置いてる。なんか詰まってるみたいです。なんだこれ。
That's the first time I saw it. That was the whole conversation
Mason.
about figuring out who they were.
いるね。それもそこら中に。
Yeah, because that's Mei Mei, right?
さっさと行くよ。
What,
私は
you mean the one that they just called Mason?
Yeah.
ありがとうございます。
Not a huge leap of logic on that one, is there?
Well, like I could tell right away from the car because the hair color and the haircut.
すごいですね。
Okay, what's going on
生きてる
here?
んですね。
とりあえず建物内を一通り見てみよう。私はこのフロア、歌姫は2階を。
一人でですか？
何か問題でも？
いえ、大丈夫です。
じゃあよろしく。
よし。
I just would have thought if you recognized these people, you would have commented on something very specific.
Like it's a student and someone who is not technically a part of the school, but
Who's a student?
the girl with the black hair.
No, I mean like something pretty major if you something pretty major if you recognize the characters. That would inform you about what you're watching.
Like she doesn't have a scar right now.
Exactly. And what does that mean?
That she got it surgically removed.
What, like Yazik?
次のスクリームクイーンになれるよ。
もう脅かさないでくださいよ。
That was funny.
歌姫が勝手に驚いたんだろ。
一階の探索終わったんですか？
ん？ここは1階だよ。え？私は1階の廊下を歩いてきたんだ。
だって私突き当たりの部屋に入ったはず。
お菓子の箱、ポテトチップスの袋、缶、リュックサック、 トレーナー。私はもう3回見ている。そしてこの印、私がここに来る途中でつけたものだ。どうやら私たちはもう腹の中みたいだね。
It's funny because to me, the animation style kind of matches a bit of Chainsaw Man now.
マジっすか。
And this was kind of a thing that happened in Chainsaw Man too.
どこまで続くのよ、この廊下。
ざっと30分、4キロくらい移動したかな。
聖徳領域ではないですよね。
違うね。あれは心象風景が具現化する。となると
結界術。
Okay.
被害者たちもおそらく閉じ込められたまま呪霊に取り殺されたんだろう。でも術式から考えると呪霊
So this is clearly where they both die.
この結界を抜けることさえできれば。そこで課題だ。歌姫ならどう突破する？
この廊下はループしています。はじめは
Well, as a non-sorcerer, my option would be jump out the window.
こんな感じで
よく触れるね。
ドーナツのような構造を想像しました。でもメイさんのつけた印を4回通りましたよね。その間隔を歩数で計測したところ、122歩、203歩、157歩、270歩と、印と印の間隔はランダムでした。
なるほど。
Okay.
する範囲が定まっていないとすると、
Knowledge is power.
おそらくこういう感じで継ぎはぎ状に結界を構成している。なので廊下を2人で全速力で走り抜ければどこかで崩れる。
惜しい。90点。
かっく。あとの10点は
走るなら左右同時にかな。
なるほど。
Ah.
継ぎはぎ説が正しいとすると、
Like the Rick and Morty hologram episode.
結界の構成にほころびが生じやすい。隙ができれば外に出られるかも。
100点。
そうと決まれば、もし成功したら昇級お願いします。
貯金いくら？
For no.
はい。
まあいいや、考えておくよ。
はい。
Mercenary, remember?
Yeah.
おーい。
I mean, the floor is already exceptionally clean.
And it's breaking.
Help us turn to the house at the end of Poltergeist.
Yep.
助けに来たよ。歌姫。
Well, there you go. That was the intro.
Fun little intro.
Hidden inventory / premature death.
Ah, I like that episode title. It's about secret pocket. It's about secret pockets.
I guess minor spoiler, or even doesn't even matter. Every episode we're watching today is called Hidden Inventory.
/ premature death?
Nope. Just Hidden Inventory, the number.
So eventually the inventory is not hidden.
Well, not by the end of today's recordings. There's
Okay.
more Hidden Inventory episodes than what we're watching. But yeah,
I was gonna say it looks like they got a Coke sponsorship, but it just says cola.
So I thought maybe we had watched an anime before that was clearly Coke. I
Oh, we
couldn't
have.
remember which one that was. Oh, sorry, that was Gosen-sama.
Yep.
泣いたら慰めてくれるかな。ぜひお願いしたいね。
メイさんは泣かないでしょ。強いもん。
そう。
ゴジョ、私はね、助けなんていない。
Now you fight the thumb.
飲み込むなよ。後で取り込む。サトル、弱い者いじめは良くないよ。
強いやついじめるバカがどこにいんだよ。
君の方がナチュラルに煽っているよ、ゲトウ君。
あ、
歌姫先輩。無事ですか？翔子。心配したんですよ。2日も連絡なかったから。
翔子、あんたもあの二人みたいになっちゃダメよ。
なりませんよ。あんなクズども。
歌姫の通ったとこ崩れるぞ。
うるせえ。
2日？
ああ、やっぱ呪霊の結界で時間ずれてたけ。
Been in the infinite hallway for 2 days.
メイさんが
Gee,
いるのにおか
that's
しいと思った。
yeah.
そのようだね。
何か？
いや、ということは実動を
2 days
続けているわけだ。その分のギャランティーを上乗せしてもらわないといけないなと思ってね。
まだふっかける気なんだ。
それはそうと君たち。帳は？
No, she's charging for her time. If it was 2 days, it was 2 days.
昨日静岡県浜松市で起きた爆発事故。
Hey, look, your character made it to this show.
Hell yeah, baby.
そして帳を忘れた。名乗り出ろ。
先生、犯人探しはやめませんか？
サトルだな。
そもそもさ、帳ってそこまで必要？別にパンピーに見られたってよくね。呪霊も呪術も見えねえんだし。
ダメに決まってるだろう。呪霊の発生を抑制するのは何
So yeah, since you haven't said it out loud yet,
そのためにも
Mm-hmm.
we're obviously even further back in time.
Oh no, very much so, because there's no scar on multiple people.
Ghetto is still part of the school.
Yep.
So I was trying to get you to say before what I was saying. There's clear implications about what we're seeing.
Also, they didn't label him as the best character in the show as principal.
I think he's just the teacher right now.
They just said first grade sorcerer.
Right, but that's a ranking of sorcerer ability. That's not like your school thing.
Yep.
それこそ弱者がやることだ。
Of course, he's good at basketball.
気持ちよくなってんじゃねえよ。
逃げろ。
外で話そうか、サトル。
寂しんぼか？
一人で行けよ。
いつまで遊んでる？証拠はどうした？
さあ、
便所でしょ。
まあいい。この任務はお前たち二人に行ってもらう。なんだその面は。
いや別に。
Here it is.
I mean, the intro has the two riding on a tandem bike together having fun, so.
Oh yeah.
依頼は二つ。聖正体。
No, no, you can tell that they're close.
適合者。その少女の護衛と抹消だ。
ガキンチョの護衛と抹消？
そうだ。
ついにボケたか。
Erase her?
春だしね。次期学長ってんで浮かれてるのさ。冗談はさておき。
The next principal.
天元様の術式の初期化ですか？
ん？何それ？なんだよ。
天元様は不死の術式を持っているが不老ではない。ただ老いる分には問題ないが、一定以上の老化を終えると術式が肉体を作り変えようとする。 真
Oh,
人で
that's
なくな
fun.
りより高次の存在となる。
じゃあいいじゃん。かっこいい。
天元様曰く、その段階の存在には意志というものがないらしい。天元様が天元様でなくなってしまう。光線各
How would he know that if he
呪
never
術
achieved
界
it?
の拠点となる結界、多くの補助監督の結界術、それらすべてが天元様によって強度を底上げしている。あの方の力添えがないと、セキュリティや任務の消化すらままならない。最悪の場合、天元様が人類の敵となる可能性もある。だから500年に一度、聖小体、
Makes
天
sense.
元様と適合する人間と同化し、肉体
Star
の情報を
Plasma
書き換え
Vessel. That sounds cool.
肉体が一新されれば、術式効果も振り出しに戻る。
Every 500 years, we have to make a sacrifice.
なるほど。メタルグレイモンになる分にはいいけど、スカルグレイモンになると困る。だから
You sure you don't like him? He watches the same shows you do.
Again, he reminds me too much of myself.
その聖小体の少女の所在が漏れてしまった。今少女の命を狙っている輩は大きく分けて2つ。天元様の暴走による現呪術界の転覆を目論む呪詛師集団9、天元様を信仰崇拝する宗教団体万世教時の器の会。天元様と聖小体の同化は2日後の満月。それまで少女を護衛し、天元様の元まで送り届けるのだ。失敗すればその影響は
Just thinking that Miguel's outfit kind of looked like the first group's uniform.
A little bit.
呪詛師集団9はわかるけど、万世教の方はなんでガキンチョ殺したいわけ？
崇拝しているのは純粋な天元様だ。聖小体、つまりは不純物が混ざるのが許せないのさ。万世教は
Yeah, this clearly isn't a simple escort mission.
警戒すべきはやはり9。
まあ大丈夫でしょ。俺たち最強だし。だから天元様も俺たちを指名したんだろ。何？
いや、サトル、前から言おうと思っていたんだが、一人称俺はやめた方がいい。
ああ、
特に目上の人の前ではね。天元様に会うかもしれないわけだし、私、最低でも僕にしな。年下にも怖がられにくい。
Huh? Yeah.
あのな、サトル。
I knew that would be his
ま
response.
た今度話そう。は？
One group is non-sorcerers, one group is sorcerers.
私はな。
Yep.
これでガキンチョ死んでたら俺らのせい。あ。
悪く思うなよ。恨むなら天元を恨み。の
目立つのは勘弁してくれ。今朝怒られたばかりなんだ。
Yeah, he didn't put up a veil this time either.
Yep.
Basically, he didn't need to.
光線の術師だ。ガキを渡せ。殺すぞ。
聞こえないな。もっと近くで喋ってくれ。
いやー、セーフセーフ。
素晴らしい。君、五条悟だろ。有名人だ。強いんだってね。まさか
Okay.
本当か確かめさせてくれよ。
いいけど、ルールを決めよ
ルール？
う。やりすぎて怒られたくないからね。泣いて謝れば殺さないでやるよ。これがルールね。
クソガキが。
He just stopped all the knives you threw at him. What do you want to do now?
万世教には
Yeah, he actually just said no.
金払いはいいぞ。それは保証する。どうだ全員。聖小体暗殺。一枚噛まないか。
もう全員じゃねえ。向こうに入ったんでな。今、伏黒だ。いい
Okay.
ぜ。その話受けてやる。
Ah.
What's the name that we know, right?
It is. That's someone's daddy. Or at least that's what it looks like.
Who had this? Oh, wait, no, never mind. It's not. Clearly, I can only think you're saying that someone's daddy because it's from the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Past and looks older.
No, remember, there's a brother in the Zanin family, and we didn't know who the hell it was?
And it could be brother as well, but it looks like father.
No, we know who the dad is, and that doesn't look anything like him.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you still have the board up, but yeah, Nabato Zanin, who is the father of Mai Zanin and Maki Zanin. And there was talk of a brother before, and it's like, who the fuck is the brother? And we had a whole conversation about Noritoshi Kamo.
So I was more connecting them to oh god. Oh, hurts. Uncomfortable back.
Oh, do you remember when he said I took my wife's name and it was Fushiguro, who's Megumi's last name?
Correct. So I was saying Megumi's dad.
The element of the fact that I knew this all before and now I don't remember.
なんか理由も思い入れもないけど頭から離れない言葉ってあるよね。ああ、コンデネ資材法とか。そうそう、コーポレートギャバナンスとか。
次回開玉にお楽しみに。
ジョーコもなんか出してよ。
チャグチャグマッコ。
おお。
Yeah, I don't think Jujutsu Waltz is a thing anymore.
Got it.
But yeah, now switching back over to the board again real quick. They call him Zanin. He says, I'm no longer Zanin. I've taken my wife's last name, Fushiguro. Correct. So we have the Zanins over here. And they did mention an older brother who was supposed to inherit everything.
Correct.
So the true Zanin, which would also mean that I'm going to have to expand this board out again. Or took the wife's name, Fushiguro. I don't remember if Megumi has ever talked about his family before. No. Other than his sister.
Yeah.
Who I've clearly still apparently forgotten to add to the board. So I'm noticing there's no blue lines on Megumi, which means I didn't have a family member attached to him. But that kind of means that Megumi must in some way be related to Mai and Maki.
Possibly.
Well, it's not even possibly. That dude is a Zanin.
Yes, but it could be like a step parent, like a step relation.
Don't discount step parents. They're still parents. They still put the work in.
I'm not saying they don't put the work in. I'm just saying that technically that's not blood relation. That's it.
Sorry, someone's got to step up to defend step parents sometimes. We don't know that though.
Sure.
I mean, we don't know what the relationship could possibly be between Megumi and that guy. You're assuming that he's like a stepdad, which would be like that
I'm
he
saying
married the woman.
Be.
Yeah,
I'm saying it could be. I'm not assuming anything.
I literally just said you're assuming he could be, and you're like, no, I'm saying he could be, and I was like, I just said you're assuming that he could be.
No, I'm expressing the variety of possibilities.
Yes, you're assuming that he could be. Your statement you just made in your own defense was, oh no, I'm saying he could be. Yes, you are assuming he could be. I feel like you're taking a slight at the word assuming.
No.
But that's literally what you're doing because we have no facts. You are assuming that he could be. And assuming that he could be a stepdad is assuming that Megumi is already born.
She would have to be at this point.
Before he gets... Well, we don't know how long ago this is. This is before the movie. And then the movie was before the show.
unless Gojo's somehow like in his 40s, then it would have to.
I don't know how I keep
it couldn't
saying
be
this.
that long ago.
I don't know how I keep saying this in every reaction series this week. Or, I guess, across the last 7 days. It's not the same week. That Japanese people age weirdly.
Oh, it's true.
Do you go from, like, looking like you're 20 for 50 years, and then suddenly you're 90?
And I'm not arguing against that fact. What all I'm saying is that we don't know the relationship. I'm getting father vibes based off build.
Also, there's
and
the
physical
variable age of a teenager in anime. You have teenagers that are in elementary school. People that look like teenagers in elementary school, and you have people that are teenagers in like college. You've got this wide breadth of teenager look in young adult, or not, I mean, I guess it's young adult, adult, and child anime. You've got then children anime, like the kids that we see in like Fate, right?
Yeah.
They clearly don't look like the adults. And then you have old people. So, it's really hard. Like, I could see the Coach Takagi down here, showing up in the high school and being tried to play off as a kid. I mean, not a kid, one of the students. It's like, oh no, he's just one of the older students. Versus like Takeda or Yuji's grandpa are obviously old people.
Yeah, like I think there's a clear line in age between principal to like the guys in the suits, not because of like just the extra little lines drawn in or like height and stuff like that.
But Gojo, sorry, yeah, no, that's what I meant. Gojo is just that weird line. He doesn't have those age lines, say like Kento. Kento looks older, but Kento also dresses older. So
I would
younger
put Gojo in his like 20s.
From this picture?
In general, even the way he acts.
Well, I mean, you can't say in general because we're talking about a whole span of time. I'm saying if you're talking about from this picture, then what if the show is like 5 years before? Then you're saying that Gojo looks like he's 15 when he's 20.
I know the information. I just looked it up.
What?
I googled how old is Gojo.
Well, you can't cheat. The whole point of the reaction series is reacting to it. We're already I'm sorry, I was going to make an example of that girl who got her leg bashed in during the Olympics. We're already kind of humbled here because I've seen half of this season already. You've got to be fresh. You cannot cheat.
I only looked up that one thing, and I just saw the age and then closed it.
I'll be honest, I don't know how old Gojo is. So, if it was
now,
ever
I know
said...
something that you don't know.
Sure, I don't understand how that helps you at all.
It doesn't really.
Yeah, but I would say the same shit even if I knew how old he was. So,
sure.
Because I think my point still stands. If you think he looks like he's 20, and we're backwards in time, and he looks exactly the same, then does it really matter what his age was?
A little bit.
Other than the fact it could be 5 years in the past, and he would be a 15-year-old who still looks like he's 20? At which point, was he actually 20 to begin with?
No, because at the point in time that we're showing, he doesn't look 20 to me. Like in his 20s. He looks maybe approaching them, but not in them.
I don't remember what the point was to
Neither
this
do
discussion.
It was the thing about the Fushiguro guy.
Yeah, which I mean, I don't understand how it applies either. the idea that you said, okay, I remember now, that you're saying the Megumi has to be born already.
Correct.
Because that would make the other guy his stepdad somehow. Although I don't know how that works,
that's not what I'm
because
saying.
he could have had sex and they could
I
have.
assumed stepdad, but the Megumi being born already is not connected to whatever his relationship is, whether it's dad or stepdad. He could be actual father or brother.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I don't. Brother seems like a stretch.
See?
Considering how old. What? See what?
That's what I'm saying. To me, brother's a stretch. So
yeah, but why is it only
that
brother
doesn't-
or stepdad?
So that doesn't then place him as the brother that those two, the two girls would have been talking about, unless they have a very much older brother.
Oh no, we're talking about two different things. I thought you meant brother to Megumi. And in which case I was saying no, that doesn't seem right.
Not to Megumi.
Obviously, I think it is brother to Maki and Mai. We only know that there's one other dude out there who we've never seen. And this guy is a Zenin, apparently, or was. He doesn't consider himself one, but he was a Zenin. And it's like the only opening we've got to fill that hole that we know exists in the family chart.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have no question that that's probably the dude. The relationship to Megumi is what we were talking about. And you're like, I don't know where you pull stepdad from. Because we haven't even seen, like, if we had seen Megumi at some point, and this dude interacting, and you're like, that guy has stepdad energy, I'd be like, oh, okay, fair. But you just saw him, and you're like, that dude's a stepdad. Like, out of nowhere.
That's the energy I got.
Based on what? It's like he didn't talk about family really at all, other than his wife.
Uh-huh.
We didn't see him interact with any kids. Like,
correct.
I don't know where the stepdad energy comes from.
That's just the energy I got. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, I wish you did. Because it's super unhelpful to... Your only explanation is, I don't know how to explain it.
I'm not going to make up an explanation if I don't got it.
Alright. We're going to level this down to gut feeling, which is, I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Hey, but sometimes your gut's right.
Sure. A stopped watch is right once a day.
Hey, clocks right twice a day.
Technically, no. It depends on when your clock breaks. Because if your clock breaks before the time that it would be right, then it's right 0 times a day. Also, if your minute hand and your hour hand, analog clocks, by the way.
Yeah, of course.
If they break, like, due to the winding mechanism and they just fall down and it's 6:30 all the time, depending on gravity, we're not talking about watches now, we're talking about standing clocks.
Love
Again,
it.
It very much depends on everything, right? If your broken clock is a sundial, then it's no time at all.
Okay, well, sundial, that's different.
It's still a clock.
True, but if it's a sundial, then yeah. If it breaks, it's not correct.
Well, it's no time at all. Assuming that your sundial breaks on the, I don't know what it's called, the element that the shade from the sun goes around. Because then you have basically no minute hand, or no hour hand. So.
Correct.
And there's no minute hand on a sundial. That would be a freaking amazing sundial.
True.
The viewers will be riveted to our discussion about how clocks can be right or wrong.
I know, right?
I can't wait for Alex V9's input on the accuracy of clocks.
Alex V9, sundials, give us the info.
I mean, I've read all your TED Talks before, Alex V9.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Alright, well, once again, I have been Theta, this has been Justin, we've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?